This is the URT. You are the URT. Welcome to the URT. Big up the URT. Interesting. Very, very interesting. PR pieces written about Manchester United since the window has closed. Therapy Army. The waffle and the PR BS is laughable. We're going to get into it. But before we do that, big up. URT, welcome back, people. Welcome back to the channel. Please smash a like, share, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of PR, lots of PR since the window closed at 7 o'clock on Monday. We're now on Wednesday night, Thursday morning. And yeah, I find it really, really interesting. The BS, they can't even get their propaganda right. So first of all, the evening, so-called Manchester Evening News, which is just a rag. Now, it used to be really good newspaper back in the day, everything related to Manchester United, because there used to be a newspaper with integrity and actually investigative journalists and journalists who had good contacts at Manchester United. Now, it's just an advertising page, but they come out with some headline saying, Midfield was not the target. Midfield was not on the agenda this summer. Midfield was not on the agenda. Midfield was not a priority. Laughable. Then you go over to the compromised athletic gurus, the United gurus, who are all compromised. Laura Whitwell, Andy Mitten. It's a shame, man. I genuinely I used to love Andy Mitten. I love reading his stuff. But now I can never trust him. He's a compromise. He's the Ineos shill. So's Laurie Whitwell. So's all that crew that put their podcast. They're a shill. They're literally shilling for Ineos. So I don't trust them, and it's sad. They come out and say that, and Fabrizio comes out, and they're all saying that, yeah, midfield was a priority. Manchester United were pushing. And then Fabrizio says Manchester United were pushing to get Conor Gallagher. Conor Gallagher on the last day, in the last few hours of the window. It's laughable. Now, we've had our debate. You know what I think about what the window is. This is not about that. This is specifically about what type of PR and what are they pushing. Then I've seen other reports saying that, oh yeah, Manchester United will be going for a midfielder I predicted it, by the way, the other day on Jarvis's channel, Tactical Devils. Shout out Tactical Devils. I was on there on Monday night and I said, I bet what's coming up in the next couple of days that Manchester United are going to do this. Manchester United are going to go big in January. Manchester United are going to spend money in the summer. Manchester United are going to do this. All the bullshit we've heard year after year after year. I don't need to go into it. I think the midfield as a whole, you can put all the stats you want, the eye tests. Nothing gets past these two. You can have all the stats in the world. Nothing gets past these two. And Manchester United are very easy to play against. And if you wanted to attack us, you will find a way to score goals against us, because the way the system demands of the players, especially in midfield, it's not going to work. And he's not going to change it. Amarim, that is. He's not going to change it. But so we've already got the stories that Manchester United are going to spend in January. Manchester United will go back for Belabor in January. Manchester United, are going to address the midfield. mm, PR bullshit. But the latest one, get ready for this, people. The latest one is, let me show you. Let me share this with you guys. Let me share this with you guys. And this, obviously, there's nothing actually no more than any fan base that loves a youngster breaking through. We love it. We absolutely love our fan base all day because to be fair, it's part of our history. For 90 something years since the 1930s, we've had a academy player in every matchday squad. But the way they're pushing this story is laughable because there is being proud of that heritage, being proud of that history, being proud of the continuation of that heritage, and then looking for a savior in a young player who's only been in English football for a year and a bit now, who's still getting used to even youth football in this country. Never mind, be ready to do anything for Manchester United first team. The player I'm talking about is Sekou Kone. That's the player I'm talking about. But let's go. Let me show you. Can you see him? Sekou Kone apparently is going to be the answer. There's a belief that Sekou Kone could have a first team impact before the end of the season. Staff believe he could eventually contribute. Look at this PR. Look here. Look here. It's now 6th choice midfield at first team level, possibly 5th with Mount much better in attacking role. Connor will likely gain a senior squad experience, could debut this season. Who's pushing this BS? Who is pushing this BS? The kid went to the United tour in the US, and the only game we saw him play was against that team in Shanghai. Was it Shanghai or Hong Kong when we played? It was Hong Kong. Hong Kong was the end of last season. That's the only time we've actually seen him play with some of the senior players, if I'm not mistaken. I stand to be corrected on that one. But he went on a tour, did not play 1 minute. He went Sweden. We went to, then we came back, then we flew to the US. And all the preseason, he didn't play 1 minute. But somehow, because they can see this club looks at the interactions on the socials, United fans talking about Kone, the next big thing. It's always we love the next big thing. That's just, I think, in football culture. The next big thing, Kone. Now, he might develop to be an incredible footballer and a incredible signing. And he might even prove to be a savior of Manchester United midfield. But he's not ready. He's not ready now. He might be in the future. And I hope and pray he is. Because Lord knows we need a savior. But the propaganda that's being pushed out and the briefings that people are getting right now talking about he should be playing, not 1 minute. Not 1 minute in preseason. And all of a sudden, the copium with some in the fan base is Kone. Kone's going to save us. Anyway, first of all, I wanted to say that I hope you're recovering well, Sekou Kone. You had a horrific injury, and actually the game was abandoned about a couple of weeks ago. I think it was about a month ago, maybe 2 and a bit weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago now. And the game was actually bad because he had a horrible head injury. Apparently, he's making good recovery, and he's going to be back in training, like contact training soon. So we wish him well. But this idea that he is going to be the savior of Manchester United is laughable. And this is what happens, and the fan base never learn. They want young players to be thrown in the deep end. Then when those young players don't perform because there's no stability, teams struggling, and it's very difficult for young players to go into a teams when they're struggling. Teams, when they're playing well, Young players can go in and make mistakes and you won't even notice. But teams, when the team's struggling, you want to even add that and tie his name and his reputation before he even begins. It's laughable PR, it's propaganda, and the club are noticing fans talking about him because they can't do it. Why the hell are you running around on the Sunday, on the Monday, making last ditch hours, try to get a loan? Why could have got Paulinho on loan? Could have got Costa, even though I don't rate him, the Brazilian guy used to play for Villa, who's at Juventus. Could have got him. Could have got both of them. I think we needed two midfielders anyway. But what is this BSPR? What is it? What is this? It's laughable. He needs to be called out. He's not our savior. We need to leave this kid alone and develop and get used to playing in English football. He needs a loan. That's what he needs. He needs a loan in a championship. That's what he needs. He needs a strategically good loan in a championship with a team that can suit the way he plays football, with a team that's willing to develop him further. That's what he needs. We're not a proper football club. And the reason why we've neglected the midfield, because we don't think about football club as a club. And they don't think they're a club. They want to sign big signings, headline makers, goal scorers, or all the big time defenders for 80 million, wingers for 80 million, but they're not willing to sign midfield players. I have not seen a window where they sign 3 midfielders. 3 midfielders. But it is what it is, people. Please like, share, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Here, we're going to keep telling it as it is, people. I'm sorry, somebody's got to. Call us negative, call us whatever you want. One thing we're not, it's never going to be on the pole dancing with Jim and the rest of the Glazers and Ineos BS and the propaganda. Never going to do it, people. Free Palestine every second of every minute, of every day, of every week, of every month, of every year. Free Sudan, free Congo, free Lebanon, free Haiti, free everywhere where people are oppressed in this world, whether it's local, whether it's national or international. Solidarity and love to everybody. F the Zionist, F the Glazers, F Ineos. And if you want to be down with any of those, the Zionists, Glazers, or Ineos, then F you too. We're out.